Hey guys, Dickie Jones here. What's swinging? How's it hanging? Just, it's a metaphor. You don't need to send me pictures of how it's hanging. Anyway, we are coming back from the liquor store. Picked up a couple of new bottles here. We got some Tincup, which is an MGP, and I'll talk about it here when I start doing the review. Excuse my ugly hand. I'm trying to drive at the same time. Anyway, and I got a bottle of Old Tub, which is a unfiltered bottled in bond from the Jim Beam Distillery, one of the biggest distillers in the world. So anyway, yeah, we're going to be reviewing that right this particular second. I'm going to stop by and grab a pizza because Dick loves pizza. And then we're going to do a review about that. We may throw some other fun stuff in there. I haven't done a tasting with Stranahan's, which is a local Colorado single malt whiskey. It's almost like a scotch, and it's really smoking good. So anyway, we're gonna knock that out here coming up on the Dick Jones Show. We're back in the bar as promised. Now we're not going to be doing or tasting all of these bourbons here, but I'm just doing this as some comparison. The two that we are going to be trying today is Tincup, and I put Stranahan's, which is a Colorado single malt whiskey. I put it with it because they're both owned by the same company. And over here, we're going to be testing Old Tub today as promised, but Old Tub, Jim Beam, Knob Creek makers, and all of the other types like that are owned also by a different company. And we're going to talk about it now and taste some whiskey. So let's get to it. All right, let's get this going. Bought a couple of new bourbons today, or a couple of whiskeys, however you want to call them, bourbon, whiskey. At this point, Dick Jones doesn't care. Heck, I'll drink it no matter what. But anyway, as we mentioned, we have Old Tub. Now this is 100 proof. Now what does that tell you? We've talked about this before for those that are paying attention, all two of you. This is bottled in bond. And we talked about what bottled in bond is, right? It has to be distilled within a certain amount of time. It has to be done by the same distiller in the same season. And it always comes in at 100 proof. This is unfiltered. It is supposedly like a throwback, like it was the foundation of what Jim Beam finally became. It is owned by Suntory Brands. Now, Suntory Brands, it's a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate drink company, if you will, and they own things like Jim Beam. They own Knob Creek. They own Maker's Mark, Maker's 46. Any of those brands, and you can go online and you can check them out and see what they own. And we're going to taste it head-to-head with Tincup. Now, I've always wanted to try this, and I've always seen it in Colorado. It comes with a neat little metal cup on top, just like Stranahan's. Stranahan's comes with this really big metal jigger cup, and you can see how much I've already drank of it. It is really, really good. However, I'm going to get into why this upsets me. I'm going to try it, and yeah, I'm going to keep them. I'm not going to throw them away or anything. But I'm just going to let you know what pisses me off about this. So, let's start with Old Tub. Okay, so we're going to take this sexy little thing off now. What does this say? Oh, it's got recipes on it. That's interesting. Antica Formula, Red Vermouth. Whoa. Wouldn't you just happen to know Dick Jones has a bottle of Antica Red Vermouth? It makes a killer Manhattan. You can go for the Martini and Rossi, and if your budget doesn't work for Antica, which is about, I guess, $15 to $18 a bottle, smaller bottle like that, yeah, you can go for Martini and Rossi. That's a beautiful part of making cocktails. Go with what you can do. Anyway, I'm going to save this, and we'll put it over here with put it right on top of the bottle, as a matter of fact. Okay, so we're going to start with Old Tub, and let's unwrap this thing. All right, I got the wrapper off of it. Took a second to unwrap them and break the seals. A new cork. And this is actually, if you look at it, that's a synthetic cork, which is fine. I couldn't care less if it's a real cork or if it's synthetic. I don't give a damn. But 100 proof, boy, that's going to put some burn on you. And I would not consider this an entry-level bourbon. If you're just getting into bourbons and whiskeys, and this is actually called a whiskey, don't go for the higher proofs because you're going to be burned. And what I mean by that is that alcohol burn, that ethanol on your tongue, and it's going to turn you off. That's like a Wild Turkey 101. First time you drink it, if you've never drank any other type of bourbons, it'll kick you in the teeth. And you don't want that. You want a nice, relaxing, savorful experience with bourbons. So you want to stay away at first from the higher proofs. Use the higher proofs, like I've said before, in sweet cocktails. So this one, of course, this comes in, and I want to be completely accurate on this tin cup. So 42% alcohol by volume. So whatever the percent of alcohol by volume is, double it. So this is 84 proof. This is a good entry-level sipping whiskey. You can also consider it a daily drinker. God, I love that little thing. Look at that. It screws on. Isn't that cool? And when I'm done with this bottle, I'm going to save these to add to my jigger collection. That's right. Anyway, let's pour a little bit in my Glencairn glass. Let's see what the nose is like. That's what they call the smell. Remember, it's called the nose. Not bad. Light, fruity. A little more in there. There we go. All right, let's wipe this off. I don't like the bottle rundown. Okay, we've got them in our glasses. Now, folks, I want you to be aware, I'm not doing this as a head-to-head. I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to compare this versus this. Okay, no sense crying over spilled whiskey. Okay, so these are not a head-to-head, even though they're both whiskeys. I mean, you cannot compare a 100 proof bottled in bond to an 84 proof. You just can't do that. That's unfair. That's like aviation gasoline against iced tea. So that's just not fair. But anyway, this has a really good nose on it. I can smell it, especially since I just poured some of it on my damn bar. But let's go ahead and start with the Old Tub. Unfiltered, 100 proof. Now remember, we put water in these after we give it the initial deal. I love these little Glencairn glasses. I'm going to show you. I just can't get enough of these little things. Look at that. Look at that. You can roll it around. It doesn't spill. If you knock it over, you can leave it there to get some nose on it. It's really, 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 really cool. These things are just so bomb. Okay, the first thing you want to do, obviously, is when you put it in the glass, swirl it around, okay? You're going to be looking at the tears, okay? The tears of the bourbon running down the glass. Give it a second for this to go in, because these are crystal glasses. There's some tears, if you can see it right there. It's what runs down the glass. You'll see it in wine glasses, different cocktails. Okay, so this has a pretty good runoff, which it does not surprise me for a 100 proof. Let's look at the tin cup. Let's see what the tears look like for that. Let's see here. There's a tear on the outside over here. It's where it's, but yep, it's got some tears. Light tears right there on the rim where the alcohol, you can see it really good right there. But yep, I like the tears on that. It makes a good visual. So now we're going to put our nose in it. It's called, well, the nose. So let's give that a shot. Yep, it's got that high alcohol. You can smell it. Doesn't surprise me. Nice notes on that. And when you smell, folks, don't smell with your mouth closed. Open your mouth a little bit, because you're letting those vapors go over all of your taste buds and your olfactory senses, glands. Hell, I don't fucking know what it is. Things up in your nose that smell. Okay. So, yep, I'm looking forward to tasting that, especially with the water, because once you put a drop of water in it, it changes the nose on it. So, let's check the tin cup. Nice and mapley. It's got a little bit of an edge on it. I'll let that alcohol settle in. Not bad at all. All right, Now, I'm not going to do the Kentucky Chew. Now, what the Kentucky Chew is where you put a big old swig of it in your mouth and you swish it around like mouthwash and then you swallow it. That's not my style. Dick Jones doesn't do that. I like to sip it. I like to take it easy. So, 100 proof, Old Tub, unfiltered. Smooth. There's that ethanol. Got that burn on it, but that'll burn off. It's got an earthy edge to it. It's a basic. Not bad. I could drink this on some ice. I'm looking forward to opening that up with water. Let's do it right now. Let's go over here and get this here. Okay. You can get anything. I mean, if you want to use your finger, hell, folks, use your finger. I couldn't care less. All right. I'm going to put a little drop of water in there. Oh, yeah. There we go. All right. Swirl it around. Now, this is where the profile will change. Still smells the same. Let's hit it with the taste test. Much more maple this time. I gotta tell you, I wish you folks were here. Let me clean my palate. Because you would be shocked how much just one little drop of water will change the entire profile of some bourbon or whiskey. It is nuts. I like that. Let's give it a shot, okay? Spin it around, put your nose in it. That maple kind of syrup in there. Peach, butterscotch. Ooh, boy, I'm getting some butterscotch on that. Yes, candy, like cotton candy, butterscotch. Which doesn't surprise me for a 84 proof. So, all right, so let's give it the old sip, and then we'll hit it with the water. Man, that is sweet. That is clean. The back end's got kind of a buttery, light buttery. Boy, it smells like cotton candy now. They changed it. All right, so I said you could use your finger earlier on. Use your finger. I don't give a shit. Dick's fingers are clean. Ladies. Anyway, let's go. That's what she said. No, she didn't say that. Okay, so we put the water in it. Let's work it around. Work it, girl. All right, here we go. The nose is the... No, it isn't. It's more that cotton candy, that sweetness. All right, let's give it a shot. Man, that's good. That is really good. Both of these are very good. Not bad at all. It's so different. The earthiness and the basic profile of this. It's strong. It's almost peaty, like kind of a scotch, if you will, but yet not. It's I guess that comes from the unfiltered. Of course, the mash bill. I'm gonna have to look up what the mash bill is on this. But this right here, the Tincup. Oh man. And I really like this bottle. Check that out. It's like got the little the Colorado symbol up top for miners. It says Tincup on the side. See that? With of course the Tincup. But yeah, this is good. Oh, it's cleaning it too. Wow. If you can see that, it's really cleaning that glass nicely. I like that. This could be a daily drinker. And my main daily drinker is Four Roses and Old Forester 86. So really good, not bad. 2 solid buys. I'm a member at 2 major liquor stores around here. And I highly suggest you do that. Just give them your phone number and they'll send you promotions, and sometimes they'll have sales. You can go buy it. You can pick up a really good bottle of bourbon or whiskey or wine or spirits or what have you at a pretty nice little discount. Let's see. I even got my receipt from it. So let's see here. The Tincup was $21.98. That's not bad. For this flavor profile on this, that's really good. And that's a good, solid, steady daily drinker. You have friends over. Hey, this would work perfect on some rocks. And you know what? Later on, I just may do that. Yeah. Damn good. Okay, and then the... Old Tub Sour Mash was $21.59. Not bad for a 100 proof bottled in bond. Actually very good. And like I make my my ginger beer shanties with 101 Wild Turkey, I can make it with this too. That's just one proof less, and actually a very nice part of my collection. So let's put him to bed back here at the new spot that I freed up. Now, let's talk about these guys. All right, now here's my beef. Here's why I'm pissed off. This is made by a guy named Jess Graber. Okay, Jess Graber, big production, you know, about, oh, I'm going to make a good Colorado. Matter of fact, let's just read it right off the card. I made Tincup in honor of Colorado's first whiskey drinkers and the tin cups they drank from, inspired by the mountains. Tincup is a blend of two great American whiskeys, high rye bourbon distilled and aged in Indiana. And is blended with a small amount of Colorado single malt whiskey. What is the other brand we know is Colorado single malt whiskey? Does anybody have an idea what could be a Colorado whiskey? Does anybody at all? Anybody in Dick Jonesville? Show of hands, Bueller. Anyway, that's not the deal. Here, he says, oh, I hope you like it. Yeah, well, just guess what? It does taste pretty good. It is not bad, but I think you're a sellout because this was sold to Proximo Brands. Now, a few weeks ago, for my 22nd birthday, I went to Stranahan's distillery, which is about 20 minutes from here, maybe 15, depending on traffic. I had a ball. I got this as my birthday present, in addition to the tour that I took of the distillery. And throughout the distillery, a really nice guy named Ken, Ken was just talking about, oh my goodness, we just take pride here, and it's such a neat distillery. And to be fair, it was pretty damn cool. And Ken gave a hell of a tour. And at the end, 2/3 of the way through, we went into a barrel room, and we started tasting some Stranahan's Colorado whiskeys, the single malt whiskeys, which actually single malt, that's almost like a scotch. And I have bottles of scotch right up here on this shelf. And I'll do a tasting one day comparing them to this, but I digress. Anyway, they made this big production about how proud they were, and they're so proud of their whiskey, and Colorado this, Colorado that. And then, while I was at that distillery, at the front desk, they have these big glass windows, almost like mission control in NASA. These massive panes of glass. There's like 5 or 6 of them. No, there's not even that. I think it's like 3. But anyway, you're looking through these magnificent panes of glass onto what they call their production floor. It's a small operation, to be sure. They have a single bottling machine, or a bottling line. But on the left and right and behind and in the back are pallets and pallets and pallets. Now, this was at Stranahan's, right? Pallets and pallets of... So I asked them, I said, hey, other than the cup, which is similar to, why are y'all working with Tincup? And they were counting holes in the seal. Well, yeah, we got a little thing with them, And I was like, well, no, Dick doesn't know. That's why I'm asking. Maybe, are you bottling Tincup? Well, yeah, it's kind of a thing. I mean, they just were doing this, and here I was doing this, and they were just evading every question. And it just struck me as odd. Why would you have a so-called competing brand in the same distillery as this brand? Now, I know a couple smartasses out there go, well, they both make it. No, they don't. What happened was I found out today that Proximo, who owns this, bought this. It's owned by Proximo Brands. And this is where I'm pissed off. The tour at Stranahan's was all about the brand. Oh, this guy named Stranahan put his name on it years ago. Oh, we make so proud of our whiskey, blah, blah, blah. Wonderful. You're proud of it. You know what? I'm proud that you're proud. And the guys there were exceptionally nice. And they have a nice jigger in their gift shop I'm going to go back and get. Anyway, you sold out. You sold out. Now, a friend of mine, I talked to her today. She is phenomenally educated in bourbons. And she's actually one of the causes that made Dick Jones get into bourbon. And when I was talking to her about it, I was like, man, this just pisses me off. It's like somebody came in with a buttload of cash and just said, money, more, ooh. And they just sold out. Now their press release, they brag, oh, we're going to keep this in Colorado. This isn't going anywhere. We want things to stay the same. Yeah, right. They're like, ooh, we can buy more barrels. Ooh, we can get more bottles out there. You sold out. It just, why the hell, rhetorically, do I ask these guys? It's like, why the hell did you get into the whiskey making business in the first place if you sell out? Because at that point, you stop caring about this and you start caring about this. Now, yeah, it's nice to make a profit. I get that with whiskey. Sure, you want to sell it, make a good price, helps increase your profit margin. You can turn it around, reinvest in the company, make more whiskey. But the way Proximo just came in, here, take this money. And we can't find out how much money they paid for it. They won't say. The guy at Stranahan's, one of their guys, he just made a quick press release not too long, or actually this happened in December of 2020. And here's the thing, I didn't know about it. And what even pisses me off more is when I'm in that factory just 1.5 months ago celebrating my birthday, and I see this on the floor in the hundreds of bottles on pallets and Tincup rye, which has a green label and it says rye, and no one would tell me what the deal was. No one. It's like they all just got convenient amnesia or they did it on purpose, and I'm thinking they did it on fucking purpose. But it's not bad. And am I pissed that Proximo owns them now? No. I'm more pissed at these guys and, in a way, at Jess Graber, the former owner of this, who, well, sold out. And they can argue left and right, but in the end, they've got the fuck you money and I don't. So, yeah, there we go. So, Old Tub and Tincup, two great additions. The Tincup is really good. I will give them that. I'll be fair to them. Dick Jones can get mad at this kind of stuff, but it just kind of lost its novelty because I'm always about supporting the local guy. I'm always about supporting the little guy because in the end, Dick Jones is a little guy. I mean, I don't have thousands of viewers yet, hopefully, fingers crossed. On that note, click like, subscribe. That is not bad. Get the word out there, folks. Send in some ideas. Matter of fact, I just came up with one just a second ago. We're going to put the Colorado single malt whiskey up against a bottle of scotch. We'll be working on that. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your time. It means a lot to me. And until next time, do like Dick does. Drink. Man, I'm going to go get some rocks glass for that. We love you guys. Take care.